What's up, traders? $5,000, that's the whole budget. And I'm going to show you exactly how I split it across 3 tickers right now. Now, here's what got my attention. One of these 3 is down almost 40% over the past year. And the average Wall Street target still sits 20% above where it's trading for currently. 51 analysts covering that name, and the consensus is still buy. And that's the kind of gap that I go hunting for. And that is the last stock on this list, so you'll want to make sure to stay to the end. Now, 3 things. Number 1, I'll give you all 3 tickers and why I want each one right here, right now in August. Number 2, the exact options trades that I would use on them right now. And number 3, we'll look at support to see if they were to continue to move downwards, where would be that line in the sand. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Rashad. I am a full-time options trader, and I bring in the bulk of my income via the stock market. So if you could do me a huge favor, go ahead, smash that like button. And do remember that this is not financial advice, nor is it a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any equities or options contracts. All trading comes with risk, and results may vary. Now, as always, I share a word from God that has to do with money, wealth building, or business. And today's word will come from Luke 19:17. And it says, "Well done, my good servant," his master replied, "because you have been trustworthy in a very small matter, take charge of 10 cities. And the easy to read version states, good stewardship earns bigger assignments. All right. I hope that blesses somebody out there. But speaking of blessings, I have to shout out a few members who are doing big things. All right. And so we have Lee Joe, who says, "Another solid month. I juggled more trades than usual this time, but hit my goal and feel good about it. Onward to the next." And we can see he did over $29,000 in the month of July. So shout out to you, Lee Joe. Then we have Chris, who says, "July had its roller coaster moments, as did June, but the results speak for themselves. I am thankful for Rashad and this community." And Chris did over $31,000 during the month of July. So congratulations, fellas. And if you guys know anybody who is looking to join a cool community, tell them about Trade to Freedom. The link is below in the description. They'll get access to my trades, access to the course, access to hundreds of others who all have the exact same goal as them, and also access to ask me questions at any given time. All right, so if that intrigues you, then the link is below in the description. But also, if you're just looking for a few setups from me, then you may be interested in the Bull Premium newsletter, which is a newsletter that I release every single Friday morning before the market opens, with a few trades that I will be entering into for that day. All right, but the link for that is also below in the description. But with that, let's get down to business. Now, the first stock will be Meta, ticker symbol META. Now, Meta has been in the news recently a lot because they are currently going through a child safety trial. And so this altogether has put a lot of downward momentum on the stock recently. But all this negative momentum could be building what could be possibly one of the best generational buys of the next decade. Now, looking at Meta's fundamentals, if we scroll down, we can see obviously they are an amazing growing company. All right, revenue continuously going up. We can see here that they have been buying back their shares. So they are giving the owners a bigger piece of the pie by buying back their own shares. So that's always a good thing to see. And typically whenever that happens, that means that the company itself believes in itself, right? Kind of like the old saying, put your money where your mouth is. That is a company's version of putting their money where their mouth is by buying their own shares. Okay, so that is always a great thing to see. Now, of course, Meta is one of the 4 huge AI spenders, right? And so their capital expenditures have been going up tremendously. And that has been another thing that investors have not liked about Meta recently, but eventually that will change. Okay, but do know that they are spending a lot on their AI build out. Now, here's another thing that I do want to point out to you guys. If we look at their PE valuation, which is currently at 21.4, but right now it is the lowest that it's been since back in 2022. And I probably made more money from buying Meta in 2022 than I have ever before on any individual stock. And let me show you what happened. All right, so here we are looking at Meta's chart, and I have the weekly candles pulled up, but let me quickly point out that here was the start of 2022, this candle right here. And we can see for the most part, the entire year Meta went down. That was its year 2022. Now, what happened with them in 2022 was they were spending a lot of money on the metaverse. Well, does that sound familiar? It should, because that is a large part of why they've been going down this year, is because of their AI spend. All right, so 2022, it was their metaverse spend, and now it is their AI spend. And so it went down for pretty much that whole year. And what I did is I just pretty much dollar cost averaged throughout. And so it looks like it went from a high of about 350, give or take, all the way down to a low of about 88 bucks. All right. And so for me, what I did is I started dollar cost averaging into it, starting at $200. All right. So I dollar cost average at around right here at about the $200 level. And then I just kept buying more and more and more shares as the stock price eventually kept going down. because I was looking at their stock price, which was very low, and looking at their fundamentals that was continuously growing back then as it is today. And it was very obvious to me that the market currently had it wrong. And so it bottomed out there right around 88 bucks. And then, of course, as we know, it shot up and went all the way up to about 800 bucks just in August of last year. All right. So almost a 10x in the span of about 2.5 years. And now I think that the market is giving us a similar opportunity here. All right. So it's gone from that $800 high, and we're now currently at about 548 intraday as we speak. Now, again, the trial is going on as we speak, and so that would definitely impact the stock price here in the near future. But I think that it's certainly time to start dollar cost averaging, especially while Meta is still below the $600 level, okay? Because I think this is easily a $1,000 stock. And again, if we go back here, this reversal happened basically because Mark Zuckerberg said that, hey, we are going to start spending less money on the metaverse compared to what we have been, and that got investors excited again. That's what at least started this huge run up. Okay, so what happens if history just repeats itself and Mark Zuckerberg comes out and says, hey, we're going to spend a little bit less on AI than what we thought? Well, I think that if that happens, Meta starts shooting right back up again. And looking at the charts, if I were to point out the support levels, the next one is clearly here right at 520. Then we will have one right here at about the $500 level. And then there is another one right here at about 480. And that 480 level would be the bottom of the tariff crash from last year. All right. So that was a time where everything was horrible for the entire market. And so if we were to get down to those levels, again, I believe it would be a generational buying opportunity. And so I don't see anything wrong with starting to buy at least a few shares of Meta. Obviously, it's a higher price stock at 547. And so if you had a $5,000 budget, then, maybe go ahead and start to get a few shares to get that process started. However, if you have a higher budget, what I did today was I sold some puts and put credit spreads down here below the $500 level. All right. And so basically that's me agreeing to buy the shares if the stock price were to drop below the strike price by our expiration date. All right. So I sold put credit spreads below 500. And so I'm saying, hey, if it drops down to these levels, then I am fine with purchasing the shares and I will get paid a premium while I wait around. And so that's what I'm doing on the options level as I wait for Meta to turn back upwards. And again, I am waiting for this stochastic down here. This is the weekly stochastic. I'm waiting for it to turn back upwards again so I can take advantage of some leaps. All right. But the weekly stochastic is just a momentum oscillator. And so it shows you in which direction is momentum taking a stock. All right. So when it's pointing upwards, that means the stock has positive momentum. If it's pointing downwards, that means the stock has downward momentum. All right. So I'll wait for leaps for this to turn back upwards. However, while I'm waiting, I am fine with collecting premium on a strategy that gives us a huge margin of error, like selling puts and put credit spreads. All right, but that is Meta. Now, the second stock is actually an ETF, and it is ticker symbol DRAM, more commonly known as DRAM. Now, DRAM is an ETF that holds some of the top memory companies that have now become a huge part of the AI trade. Okay, and the top 4 companies are Samsung, SK Hynix, Micron, and Seagate. Now, I had the pleasure of recently listening to Mike Novogratz speak, who is a multi-billionaire, and he was asked a simple question. And the question was, if you could only purchase one thing for an investment over the next 10 years, what would that be? And his answer was Korean memory. All right, and a way to play that all in one is to purchase DRAM, as it already has all the big names like SK Hynix and Samsung already within the fund. Now, if we come over and we look at the chart, now this ETF just started trading back in April. And so here we are looking at the weeklies again. And we can clearly see that it had quite a huge sell-off over the course of about a month and a half here. And just like Meta, it is having a nice red day. And so today is a great day to take advantage. But we can see here that it clearly made a level of support at this, let's call it $48 to about $45 level, okay? Even with all the sell-off that was happening, every time it hit those levels, it found a level of support. Now, with it only being a $55 stock as we speak, should be fairly easy to kind of dollar cost average into the shares and eventually build up a nice portfolio with DRAM being a big part of it. All right, but if we get back down to these levels here, then that is probably a good time to be even more aggressive with buying those shares. All right, and so what I can tell you what we did in the community today is we sold some puts down here at at these levels. And so again, that is me just saying, hey, I am fine with buying more shares if the stock price drops to these levels. Now, what you can see here with this weekly stochastic here is it is starting to point in an upwards direction. And so if you wanted to switch over to the buying side of things, then this could be a great opportunity. And we in the community even exited some DRAM leaps just yesterday up near the highs of this week when it touched 62 bucks. And that was a pretty quick trade as we entered into that trade just last week. All right. So it worked out pretty quickly, but I will be looking forward to taking advantage of another DRAM leaps here very soon. And if we just take a look at one of the top stocks within the DRAM ETF, we go over here to the analyst tab, we can see what analyst target prices are. And the current price is $934 and the target price is $1,501. All right. So a 60% implied upside from here for one of the major names within the DRAM ETF. But if we go over and we look at the seasonality of Micron, well, take a look here. July and August over the last 15 years has been the worst 2 months for Micron historically. And that is exactly what we've seen in July. Now it's currently having a great August. However, it is down about 8% today. And so we'll see how it finishes out over the next few weeks. But September through December tends to be very good. And so those are all things to take into account. And the third stock is Netflix, ticker symbol NFLX. All right. And so Netflix is actually up today, up 3%. And this is another trade that we are in within the Trader Freedom community. And so we are sitting pretty nice on that one. But if we go ahead and we take a look at Netflix's fundamentals, although they are down bad over the last year, we can see their fundamentals is just continuously growing. All right. Again, just like a staircase, which you want to see up higher and higher every single quarter, every single year. And so that is good to see. All right. If we look at net income, it's still at all-time highs. All right. This is a company that does not have any capital expenditures that are directly tied to AI like you would with a Meta. And so their net income is growing rapidly along with earnings per share. That's exactly what we want to see. If we look at the shares outstanding, they are clearly aggressively buying back their own shares. All right. So they are absolutely putting their money where their mouth is. Okay. So good to see. Now, if we look at the PE valuation, again, what do we see here? This is the cheapest the stock has been since back in late 2022. All right. Currently at a PE of 25. And we can see just about a little over a year ago, it was at a PE of 57. All right. And so the cost of owning this company has been cut at more than half. And so if you liked Netflix a year ago, now it's on more than a 50% discount. You should love it even more. Now, taking a look at the weekly chart for Netflix, we can see over the last month it has had a good amount of buying pressure coming in, and it recently got over a key point that told me, okay, there could be more upside here. And I'm going to show you that that level is right here at the level of 75, okay? And I'm going to show you why it's 75, all right? And so we can see going all the way back to November of 2024, it became short-term support, and then it shot up. And then just earlier this year, February of 2026, it shot back down, and that level became support again. All right. Then it shot back up. And this was right after they announced that they were not going to buy Warner Brothers, but it shot back up and then eventually came right back down. And then it finally broke that level of support. Well, old support becomes new resistance, and new resistance becomes new support. And so what you'll see is during this week right here, when it tried to come back above it, as soon as it hit it, it came right back down. Okay. And so I knew that that level of 75 could and should be a level of resistance. However, if it could break it, then it would become a new level of support. All right. And so we can see over the next few weeks, it moved upwards. And then during this week of August 7th of 2026, it hit it and then finished down. However, then the following week, it went ahead and closed above it. All right. And so we can see this week it's already kind of tested it. It came down and it hit around 75 and then it shot back up today. And so I believe that this is a great opportunity, both fundamentally and technically, to get into Netflix. Now, with Netflix, as far as the option strategy to utilize, here I want to go over to the option buying side. Now, one, the stochastic is already showing that it's pointing in the upwards direction. And so that's one. However, let me go ahead and show you something else that is very, very important when it comes to options trading. Now we're over here in the options tab for the Tradeform IQ platform, but I want to show you here the IV rank, okay? If we go ahead and click the volatility tab here, well, we can see that the IV, which is implied volatility, is about as low as it's been over the last year, okay? And so the IV rank is a value from 0 to 100, and 0 being it's the least volatile that it's been over the last year, and 100 being it's the most volatile that it's been over the last year. And so right now, Netflix has a IV rank of 10, meaning it's on the lower end of that spectrum. And what that means for options contracts, our premiums are very cheap as we speak. And so this is a great time to buy Netflix leaps, and that is what we have done in the Trader Freedom community. Now, as far as analyst target prices, we can see it's currently at 93, where the current stock price is 78. So that would be an 18% implied upside just over the next year. All right. Analyst target prices are for a year out. And so they believe a year from now, it should be around 93. And so we will see how this goes moving forward. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of these three stocks? Netflix, Meta, DRAM. And how are you playing them? But more importantly, make sure to take advantage of this amazing platform, Tradeform IQ, which is probably the most comprehensive investing / trading platform on the entire internet. You'll even be able to take advantage of the most popular tools on the site, which is typically the Leaps Finder and Swing Finder. So you don't have to wait for me to make a video to find better opportunities. You can see them for yourselves with the click of a button. All right, but that is it for this video. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.